Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the Greater SCP Foundation. And welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site 42 and Head Containment Specialist. And once a day, the streak continues. We are now 4.5 months? 4.5 months going on 5 months of streaming daily. And we are streaming daily, so I have the opportunity to educate, illuminate, and elucidate to you the secrets of the SCP Foundation. Whether it's questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff that does the awesome containment of anomalies, the groups of interest who really harsh our buzz on containing anomalies, or, of course, you could have some hypothetical questions about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. Perhaps that has to do with, I don't know, different multiverses or pataphysical narrative levels, i.e. they're outside of the SCP Foundation's fandom. I will do my best to contain those things. We probably have an hour to 90 minutes. We'll see how I'm feeling as we go on. Maybe I'll wake up, maybe I'll crash. We'll see. But before we get into the meat and potatoes today, Senior Researcher Frogman, congratulations on being the first chatter of the day. Meanwhile, Senior Researcher Frogman, Junior Researcher Sally, Chaos Guy, Mr. Scum, Scarlet Fox, Jan W., Trey, the Absolute Solver, Scarlet Fox, Chaos Guy, Silent Follower, SCP-420-J. Oh, we had a good time last night, didn't we? Aoki, Lila Uraraka, Zir Duran, the Thomas. All of you, as well as Desk, our faithful moderator. Thank you guys for being here early, as well as being members. Also, Silly Boy, Just Alice, the administrator, and the internal affairs agent that stalks you every night. Thank you guys for being here in stream, just for being you. So, we're starting off early. Zeirdred, thank you for your 25-month member message. As a level 1 researcher here at Site 42, we appreciate your membership and your service, as well as the research you have done in the battle against the White Names. Did something happen yesterday, Dr. Sherman? We'll wait just after, I'll tell you in a second. But covering for Steve today, he broke his legs. I go and have a party for 1 night / 45 years, and I come out with Steve with 2 legs broken? Get him to medical. We'll deal with it later. So, as some of you saw yesterday, in yesterday's stream where I showed off my new fit, it was a fit check for the ages. Some said there was a napalm era. I'm not sure about that, but that's what people are saying. I attended the wedding of Dr. Jace and Dr. Rooker. It was Rooker, the other doctor. I attended their wedding, and as things so to be at the SCP Foundation, things got a little peculiar. So first and foremost, let me tell you this. Usually, as a professional ballroom dancer. The Foundation Fitness Initiative, teaching the anomalies to dance to cope with their being contained indefinitely. It's good for morale. When I go to wedding events like this, I usually am the only person who knows how to dance. So, I'm goofing around and I'm dancing with non-dancers, and that's fun. I have a good time, but it turns out Dr. Jace is in the kinetoglyph department, as well as the theatrics department. And the kinetoglyphs department also doubles as the Department of Choreography and Merriment. The Department of Choreography and Merriment, i.e., if you can do the kinetoglyph moves so well that you can cause magic to happen, such as the safety dance, the kinetoglyph that makes you invulnerable as long as you keep dancing, SCP safety dance. Which anomaly is that again? SCP-3688, codename Safety Dance. A series of very intricate movements that make you completely invincible as long as you keep doing the dance. So, let me just say, last night was a hell of a dance party on the dance floor. It was incredible. But beyond that, of course, we had certain anomalies on deck to make sure the party had a good time. Of course, we had a very well catered dinner from the commissary. SCP-5031 whipped up this meal. Oh my word. There was a roast duck, and then 5031 put together this duck sauce that had this weird meringue-like texture until you tapped it with your spoon and it became a fluid. It was insane. It was so good. 5031, my favorite not a murder monster. And of course, for picky eaters, we also had SCP-458, the Infinite Pizza Box. That way people could just grab a slice if they wanted. But as site director, I did see it well since I was invited, of course, to requisition certain other anomalies for the party. Anomalies such as a good stash of SCP-420-J. That was very helpful to the celebrations. And then I requisitioned several bottles of SCP-3303, codename Champagne Supernova. And in case you're unfamiliar, these are bottles of champagne that if you are in a room with people and you are drinking SCP-3303, then there is a time dilation effect on the party that makes everyone there perfectly healthy and able to continue partying until you run out of the time dilation champagne. And last night, we went for the record. We partied for 45 years. It's been so long since I've seen you guys, but we had a really good time. There was dancing, and there was the 420-J, and there was the time dilation champagne. Need to requisition some more of that. Really need to requisition some more of that. And so yes, for those of you who were there, you know. Oh, I didn't even tell you the best part. The gossip, the tea. Oh my gosh. So. We have a photo booth, right? Every wedding you gotta have a photo booth. And by the way, I promise, I see the donos coming in. I will get to them. I just gotta finish this last part of the story. So, every wedding has a photo booth. And some prankster brought the Desire camera Is that SCP-978, I think? Oh, man. SCP-978, that's the Desire camera, right? Yeah. The Desire camera is a Polaroid camera. And if it takes a picture of you, it shows you what you would rather be doing. So, you know, if I'm at work and I'm bored and someone snaps a picture of me, it'll show me on the dance floor breaking it down. That's how the Desire camera works. But oh my god. Oh my god. Dr. Robertson and his fiancée, Dr. Bo, B-O-H, Bo. Dr. Robertson and Dr. Bo got their photo taken together. But Dr. Bo was pictured with Agent Alexson from Mobile Task Force. I don't even know what task force he's from. But Bo was pictured in the wrong embrace. Oh my gosh, on the dance floor, the fight that went down. We eventually had to kick them out of the party. But, oh man, that's the problem with office romances, man. When you're all stuck together in a limited space in a limited dating pool. You're right. Wait, Thomas, is Alexson on Omega 1? Is that right? Mobile Task Force, Omega 1? No, that's, oh, shit. It was, oh, it was Law's left hand. Oh, they're gonna have to talk about the ethics of that, huh? The ethics committee is gonna have to weigh in on some non-ethical non-monogamy. Oh, man. So yes, if you were there, if you know, you know. But if you weren't, then, oh, what a night. Late September -31st. So yes, this was real good. This was real good. And I hope I did the party justice. Now, I am now going to return to the chat. The donations I have to catch up with real quick. The Thomas, thank you for your 2-month member message and being a Mobile Task Force captain here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service, and your battling against the white names. Sort of a researcher, like pretending to have an SCP to continue to receive funding. But usual Google search, I can't find it. Anyone know it? The Thomas, I know of 2 anomalies like that. Either you are dealing with the SCP about furred trout, which is SCP-2600-EX. I think that's the one you're actually talking about, because SCP-2700-EX is also a fraudulent SCP, but that researcher, Dr. Perry, wasn't doing it for monetary gain. And so I believe you're talking about the first one, 2600. But 2600-EX and 2700-EX are both SCPs where researchers pretended things that were non-anomalous were anomalous for reasons. I'm seeing a waterfall of memberships here. Sin, thank you for gifting 20 Site 42 memberships to today's Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. chat. We appreciate your service in the battle against the white names. And if you got one of those memberships, make sure to thank Sin, the Absolute Solver, for their generosity. Jonathan Peters, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a empanada on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, the Builder-Bear has made a bear out of synthwave. Might I requisition it for my mental health purposes? How does the Builder-Bear make a bear out of a kind of music? Will you tell me more about that? Will you What? How did it do that? How did it do that? Please find out. I'm not against Synthwave, but I am against whatever the Builder-Bear's planning because it usually turns out very poorly. So be aware of your situation. Be on your guard. Next up, Charlie 10 Pro. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some tuna tartare on your way past the commissary. I have 682 and Xbox, and now SCP-682 is an anomaly, not a person. All anomalies are objects, not people. And that means that they are its. Not he's, not she's, its. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. And now it is playing Call of Duty. I want to go to the universe you're in, where freaking 682 will play Xbox. This universe actually sucks to have that lizard here. You enjoy your happy fun time lizard. Frickin' A. Gamer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some Caprice on your way past the commissary. I sent my email to the wrong email. What's your email one more time? Intellect the Dr. Sherman will love. It's an update on the Doctor Who situation. If it's a fan mail thing, you need to send it to site42artwalk@gmail.com. Site42artwalk@gmail.com is the Fan Mail Friday email address. Base. It's all about that base. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Choco Taco on your way past the commissary. Good news and bad news, sir. Good news is I've recently discovered an anomaly similar to 3008, but instead of being an IKEA, it's an infinite Walmart. Bad news is I'm now lost in the electronic aisle. Walmart is so much worse than IKEA in every way. Those bastards. Oh, that's going to be such a pain. Does it have the same thing with the door moving? Can you get out? I don't know. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you get very far into the electronics department before you got lost? Did the door move? I mean, very sad you're not going to get to have any meatballs, so you're well worse off in that case. Charlie 10 Pro, thank you for donating again. Also, I saw 053 with a Switch 2. 053, the witch child? The child of a witch? Or no, the child that is a witch. Or is that the one that makes everyone want to kill it? Which small 3-year-old girl is that? Okay, this is the girl that makes you want to murder it. So, then, that's not good. Because if it has a Switch 2, that's going to make more people want to kill it. Because they want Switch 2 so badly. Are they still in, like, a problematic not having enough Switches to go around? Just take it away and don't kill the child, please. Sin, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member and your member donations as well. Make sure to grab yourself a delicious bowl of ravioli on your way past the commissary. Giggle, hello, doctor. Looks at the security camera in my box. Has the footage glitches and I appear in the break room. I am not here to steal food. We live with a basically infinite commissary. Why are you thieving? You could just ask. The Living Scarecrow, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some pumpkin pie on your way past the commissary. Hey, question about the SCP. Is Christianity real in the SCP universe? Not trying to spread religion, but SCP has both Abel and Cain, who are both in the Bible, and also an SCP who says it, not he, it, please practice proper pronoun protocols at the Foundation, who says it is God. So, in the SCP Foundation universe, as well as general fiction in the urban fantasy genre, we live in a universe where all myths are real in a manner of speaking. So, do we think Cain and Abel are the actual people from the Bible? Maybe. Or maybe the stories were written after the fact and retconned or something like that. Do we think that 343 is actually God? Absolutely not. But a lot of people are tricked into thinking it is. Do we think that Jesus is real? Well, we're containing 4 of them: Milk Jesus, Uber driver Jesus, Vor Jesus, and Bread Jesus. And so, is Jesus real? We're containing 4 of them? I guess, but which one's the real one? Which one's the religion? And in honor of fact, SCP-6542, the Milk Jesus, otherwise known as Jesus, is actually the closest to like the real worship of Jesus and religion does things there. But then again, if you get eaten by Vor Jesus and you go to the Jesus Land theme park in its stomach, then there is a Jesus in the center reading from a scroll that is thought to be the actual Jesus, but it just looks like Vor Jesus again. It's really confusing. That doesn't even bring in the non-Christian religions, because the Greek gods, several of them are in containment, so we know the Greek myths are true. The Organization for the Reclamation of Islamic Artifacts, ORIA, is a group of interest that is basically Iran's SCP Foundation, and they're constantly getting SCPs that are from a Islamic faith perspective, so that is also part of the process. So yeah, the answer is we're not really sure, but a lot of iconography is real in ways that are different than normal people worshiping them. And so we don't consider them religions to be real, but just mistranslated myths, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Would the Helldivers ever work with the Foundation? I doubt they would work with anybody, but if they were to align with someone, it would be the Global Occult Coalition. They are much more destruction happy of anomalies. We'd rather contain and study, and the Helldivers don't really seem to be the containment type. The Absolute Solver, thank you for donating again. I will never ask humans for food, I just take it. That is impolite. Why would you be impolite? Stop being rude. Be civil. Oh, Dr. Sherman, I thought of the plot for my SCP Object show. The plot is, an anomaly, tired of the Foundation, drags staff into a pocket object world, where they become objects, and it acts as the host. Okay, so we're getting isekai. At least it's not by Truck-kun. Wonderful. So, yeah, I'm getting some amazing digital circus vibes with the host thing. The big question for you is where are you gonna take the story? What's the goal? Is someone gonna lose their mind? Is there a deep, dark secret that has to be revealed? I would also look at SCP-30, the board game, the Jumanji, the SCP board game that Jumanji's you. SCP Jumanji board game. 3301. I would look at that as a textbook example of Foundation staff getting isekai'd and how they would react to it. It's a good way to do it. You know, inspiration, don't copy. Ugh. Dr. Sherman, if you would recommend me an SCP or group of interest to read, what would it be? No favorites allowed. All right, intern fun. If you want an SCP to read outside of my usual favorites, I'm going to suggest to you on a lark right now, you should go read SCP-1983. You should go read SCP-1983, otherwise known as its codename Doorway to Nowhere. Enjoy it. Dr. Sherman, do you think that the infinite IKEA means owning infinite Blahaj too? I would like to inquire into owning them all for mental health purposes. Intern Slug. While yes, the infinite IKEA does indeed infer and mean there are infinite Blahages in there, at least until IKEA stops doing the Blahages, because then I think they'll be removed. But the problem is, of course, the same reason we don't put anomalies in the infinite IKEA. You have to be able to go get them. And the door moves. So you go in, you find the Blahages, and you will not find your way out because the door will have left you behind. And then you'll be trapped. So the answer to your final question is no. You will not get them, so you may not get them. I just saw a notification over on the Ko-Fi. I'm going to go check that out real quick. The Tomas, thank you for going to the Ko-Fi for this donation. We appreciate you making the effort, because then YouTube does not take 30% of your donation. So, much obliged. SCB 2600, at this time of year, what that description within a fish localized entirely within that containment chamber? Yes. May I see it? No. Nice. Nice. Oh, man. I might have to get me some steamed hams for dinner. You've inspired me. It's pronounced Bluhai, and it's not Blahaj. It's pronounced Bluhai. Are you... Avari? Are you sure about that? You seem very sure with your shouty words. But, no. Bluhai? That's how you say that? I mean, they are Swedes, so I don't leave anything past them. Although I will be annoyed to get oopsilon all over again. This says blow high. As in don't blow low, blow high.
So, overall, 3 different pronunciations.
Overall, 3 different pronunciations.
These name a blush toy by Swedish company IKEA. Even in the Norse language you were talking about, it has different pronunciations. Let's break them down. Blåhoj is one of the pronunciations Swedish, I believe. Let me know in the comments. Blåhoj. Alternative.
Now, this person just said blowhoj. Blahoj. Blahoj.
Pronunciations in other Norse languages include blåhaj, blåhaj, blåhaj,
Blowhigh is the second pronunciation given.
or blåhaj, blåhaj.
Blahai is the third pronunciation given.
Pronunciations, let's break them down. Blåhoj is one of the pronunciations Swedish, I believe.
And this person is saying that blowhoj is the Swedish pronunciation of it, while other Nordic languages were the ones blowho and blahai and whatever. Blahaj. I think the furthest I will go to change my behavior here is blowhoj rather than blahaj. Blowhoj. Sounds very, blowhoj. I think that's as far as I'll go with that. Out of stubbornness. Hold on a tick here. Bringing back the chat, but it needs to buffer. There we go. Cool, we're back. We're back. Stick Warriors, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some string cheese on your way past the commissary, and you retracted your message, so just a general thank you for your generosity. Sin, thank you for donating again. I was never here, Doctor. Steals 999 for the break room and teleports back to my box. It was really clever of us to get a second 999 from a dying universe. That way we have access to it when Sin keeps doing this. Whoever had that idea, I'm giving you a promotion. Just let me know. Tyrone's Creations, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a hot pickle on your way past the commissary. Greetings, Dr. Sherman. Good to see you again. Hope Site 42 is well. Can't say the same about 85. Oh, by the 05, that's not good. Dr. A Mask signing off. Well, I'm a little tired, but I'm good. Site 42's good. It sounds like you're not good. Do your best to be good. And later on, we'll check on you and see if you're good. Good luck, 85. Robin St. Pierre, thank you for your first member message of today's stream. 13 months as a Mobile Task Force captain. Your service and battle prowess in the battle against the White Names has been duly noted and appreciated. Greetings, Dr. Sherman. Would you rather recruit ODSTs or Helldivers for the Mobile Task Force? And why do you settle on the choice you settle on? I believe ODST is a reference to Halo, correct? Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. Specialized Operation U.S. Marine Corps. Very simply, the answer is without question the ODSTs, because they are much more disciplined and more likely to follow orders. If I say I want something alive, a Helldiver is not going to pay attention. They suck at taking orders. So the ODST is the proper choice in that matter. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a muffin on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. I'm still stuck in My Hero Academia. I've been accommodated at Japanese site redacted. Anyways, I'm calculating Sin's mass. So far, I've calculated her mass speed is 1 to 10 to the 41st power times c. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't like that many zeros right now. It's too many. It's the O's keep going across my vision. They're swimming across my vision. Gah. Gross. Your hair looks yummy. I guess you could consider it has a certain cotton candy quality to it, perhaps. Are you okay, Dr. Sherman? Billy the Go-Goat, I am just super. And the stream title has no hidden messages. Hey, Dr. Sherman, time check. Researcher Voidell, and thank you for being a member. Current time is 33 minutes, and I am looking at possibly 30 to 45 minutes left, probably. I have to go to school tomorrow. I would like your advice about how I'd be able to go onto stream while in school. Intern Afton, I would not suggest such a thing. We at the Foundation take protocols and rules very seriously. And so if you are in school and you're not supposed to be on your phone or on a stream, you should not be on a stream. You can watch the VODs. We leave all the VODs up. I have to go and press a special button so that the live chat replay shows up, because for some reason you can't set that as a default on YouTube. So I have to do it every time, but I do it for you guys so that you can read the chat later and see the inside jokes. Doc, you sound high. Aoki, I am in no way at a higher elevation than usual. Hey, Doc, did you have to put your suit from yesterday in a box? Well, just like myself, a regular human site director who's not at all anomalous, nor is my pen any sort of anomaly. It's just a normal, average, everyday pen. So too is that suit. It looks fire. It looks so good, it must be anomalous, but it's not. It's just that good, baby. Maybe it's anomalous. Maybe it's not Maybelline, but some other suit required joke. I'm too tired for this. Dr. Sherman, as you are just here to hang out until the stream is over, I would suggest seeing Dr. Crow. I hear he has the hair of the dog. Desk, you make a very strong point. You make a very strong point. Kane Pathos Crow, man's best friend. Wait, he has a hangover. Alki, quite the opposite of that. I absolutely do not have a hangover. I'm totally fine. Fine. Dr. Man's best friend being Dr. Crow would be too perfect. I like that, Desk. I like that. Absolute Solver, thank you for donating again. I could replace your pen with a J.C. Jensen one. I do not know what a J.C. Jensen one means. But what do you mean by that? J.C. Jensen pen. Oh, J.C. Jensen pen actually comes up. A pen with J.C. Jensen on it. What is J.C. Jensen? In space! Sounds like that little Wheatley feller from Aperture Labs. No, not Wheatley. Wheatley's cousin, the Space Corps. Space! Alright, so they seem to be some sort of company doing things. All right, well, I mean, my pen is quite good, and that pen does not look as of a quality I would appreciate to spin. So I'm good with my pen as it is. Leuna, thank you for your first donation on today's stream. Grab yourself a plate of chicken wings on your way past the commissary. I did ask if you put the suit in 914 on very fine. I do remember that. It was a good line. It was very funny. But still, nope. Just good, talented tailoring. Gotta keep things old school around here. They can't prove anything because of the time dilation. Ha ha ha. You're damn right, Thomas. I think I saw. The Thomas, thank you for donating again to the Ko-Fi. Your suit is not in a box. In fact, do not question where your suit is right now. I am the kind of type A personality who unpacks my suitcase as soon as I get home. And so you know that my suit is hanging in the closet in its garment bag where it belongs because I put it there. Don't play with me. There's a reason I'm site director, and it's partly how organized I am. Robin, thank you for donating again. Or no, thank you for your first donation, because the first one was a member message. So thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a avocado toast on your way past the commissary. Also, sir, would you rather do a John 117 or a squad of ODSTs? That is, if they were after you to bring you to Oni. So, John 117 versus a squad of ODSTs. John 117. Is that the Master Chief? That's the Master Chief. So, no, I want a squad of mooks. I am much more likely to survive a protracted battle with a squad of mooks than I am with a hero character. So, I take the mooks. Sherry, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, chat, don't forget to hit that like button. I'm not a clickbaiter. Anyways, we got to make the likes more than the viewers to trick the algorithm into bringing more people to the SCP Foundation. Intern Dreamer, your hyping of the Mobile Task Force Site 42 Signal Booster Way is admirable. We appreciate your service here. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, the O5 counselor, asking me if you touched the SCP-420-J again. Well, one could say that I touched a plastic baggie adjacent to some SCP-420-J, and then I did touch a sort of paper wrapping that may or may not be in the vicinity of some SCP-420-J. That is, those are two accurate statements, but to say if I actually touched the 420-J, no, my hands are clean, man. They're so clean, and they call them fingers, but I've never seen them thing. Whoa. Sin, thank you for donating again. JC Jensen made the worker drones like I was one before wearing the skin of my former caretaker named Tessa. Smiles. So yes, they are also a crazy business making bad things that cause problems, so I don't like them. I'm not wanting to rep their merch. Notice to all staff, curing anything alcohol related is not an approved use for SCP-500. Yeah, they're such sticklers about that, man. Dr. Harry Perry, got jumped trying to get a pill of 500 the other day because his testing kept getting denied. Man, rough run of it. Dr. Sherman, if you were to be isekai'd or brung into an anime universe, which would it be? Personally, mine would be the Shangri-La Frontier, since it's just the normal one, but gaming technology has progressed more. If I were going to get isekai'd, I would want to get isekai'd into one of my two favorite animes. Number one would be the Gurren Lagann universe, because everything runs on chutzpah. And so if you believe in it, you can do it. And my arrogance, being a site director at the Foundation, is unmatched, so I would be an excellent spiral energy user. Furthermore, if I can't get into the Gurren Lagann universe, I would happily end up in the Oran High School Host Club universe, because everything there just seems real chill and happy and nice and pretty. And I think I could just use a good, relaxing time with low stakes. So those are my two choices of today. Leuna, thank you for donating again. I got a tub of I can't believe it's not butter, and it becomes anything spreadable. Currently pate. Should I bring it in? Delicious pate in the break room. I can't argue with that. Yes, please. Raccoon Dog, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Coney Island hot dog on your way past the commissary. Hey, Doc, need some water and painkiller for absolutely no reason at all? I mean, my coffee with chocolate in it is helping, by the way. Coffee for the caffeine, and chocolate for the endorphins and brain chemistry involved is a really good hangover cure. Chocolate ice cream's another one because of the sugar involved as well. But I don't like the cold that much for this kind of situation. But yes, I do accept your water and painkillers. Yes. Tyrone's Creations, thank you for donating again. Sharp send help. 005. Dr. Amask. Stop yelling. You're speaking so loud. Site 85. Emergency. Security. All right, Nine-Tailed Fox is on its way. You're gonna be fine. Chill out. Find a good desk to hide under. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. Correction, JC Jensen made the drones. The solver made them anomalous. Okay, that does bode a little better for them. We also make things that are very helpful and good, but then they get taken over by weird anomalies, but due to no fault of ours. So, okay, maybe I'm less mad at them. Higher likes and viewer count achieved, is that so? Oh, Site42 Steph, congratulations! We have 137 likes and 89 viewers. You did it. The likes are above the viewers. The YouTube algorithm is going to yank more people into Site42, and we will funnel them into the SCP community, whether they like it or not. Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. Your work today, as always, is impeccable. Meaning that, of course, it cannot be pecked by birds, anomalous or non-anomalous. Just kidding. There are no anomalous. There are no non-anomalous birds because birds aren't real. Leuna, thank you for donating again. 076 versus Escanor. Who would you back to win? All right, I've heard the name Escanor, but I am not familiar with its abilities. Let me take a check. And while we're at it, intern Chicken Nugget. Are you gay? No hate. I am an asexual individual, which means that I am on the spectrum of LGBTQIA. So I guess you could shorten it to yeah, I'm gay, I guess. Son of a, with a headache like this, really? My author, regular Sherman from the pataphysical layer above us, would like to qualify that while I, down here, am asexual, the author is a cis-het person. So, just for representational purposes. Ow. All right, that's right. I have to look up what an Escanor is. Or who an Escanor is and what an Escanor do. Escanor. Well, certainly a beefy boy. The mustache is respectable. What does it do? Sunshine. Escanor's ability is one of duality. He is weakest at midnight, but starting from dawn, his power level begins to rise steadily from 1 hour to the next until it peaks at noon. During his fight with Galland, his power level was shown to be increasing by 5 points, which seemingly every second, and was measured at 50,060 while continuing to rise. At his peak, according to Merlin, he easily surpasses any of the other sins. The cycle is marked by distinct differences in his abilities, personality, and appearance. Daytime. Beginning with the rising of the sun, at dawn, Escanor begins to make a dramatic change, both physically and mentally. Grows taller and more muscular, clothes being ripped off him unless specifically tailored to fit his growth. Blah, blah, blah. Super strong, super strong, super strong. So considering what I know it takes to kill Abel, I think Escanor clears. But only during daytime. Because obviously at nighttime Abel would win, but I don't even think it would take a full power to Escanor to trump Abel. Because Abel's thing is it keeps coming back from death, which means it is killed. Okay, we're good now. Thanks for sending the Nine-Tailed Fox. Situation's under control, I think. Good night, 42. Glad to hear it, 85. That was a quick wrap-up. I hope nothing else surprising happens over there. Where did you learn how to spin pens? Well, intern mac and cheese. I started one of my several side hustles throughout life was as a carnival games worker. I used to sit there and take money and hand people softballs to throw at the cans or bump into the bin. And so I got really good at winning the carny games. You're not allowed to play for a year after you leave because they know you're going to cheat because you know the rules and you know how to game the system. But during that time when it would rain, because I lived in Florida at the time, in the summer showers and everyone goes and hides until the rain goes away, I would just self-teach how to juggle. And so I can do a 3-ball juggle for about a minute or two, not that much. Nothing too impressive, just basic juggle. But then after that, and I was like, oh, I can juggle like that, and then pen spinning seems pretty cool. So I just started doing it. And for a tutorial moment, I take the pen between 2 fingers, and I get it wiggling horizontal. That's your starting practice. And then you catch it with the next finger, and there it is. You go horizontal, you catch it with the next finger, there it is. Catch it with the next finger, catch it with the next finger, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going until you're good at it. And then you go the other way. You reverse that sucker. And you go the other way, and you go the other way. Now, the easiest way to practice is with your palm up, because then gravity keeps the pen in your hand, which makes it easier. And then it's hard mode, like training in the 100 times Earth gravity spaceship like Goku, to train with gravity fighting and taking the pen from you. So you can palm down to make it harder to grasp. And finally, you're naturally going to want to do it with your hand in the thumbs up position. And it's fun to get a little figure 8 going with the spin for momentum. When I try to pen spin like that, I reach the end of the pen and it falls to the floor. Yeah, see, you got to get used to spinning it in a manner that even if I just wiggle the pen back and forth like this, it's eventually going to ride up. And so the key is that you start in the middle of the pen, then it rides up a little bit one way, then it rides up a little bit the other way, and it kind of balances. But it takes practice to get there. And it takes finger strength. Also helpful if you get a pen with a rubberized coating, it's stickier and it makes it easier. If you get sleek metal pens, which I do love a good metal pen for showing off the quality of your pen, it does make it harder to spin because it's slick. Would you consider Site 42 as an SCP because SCP-970, aka the Infinite Hallway, is part of Site 42? Intern Caswell, let me pull up 970 in the database real quick to cross-check your assertion. So, 970 is said to be within Sector 19. But it doesn't list any site, I don't think. SITE. All sites affected by 970 are to be acquired by the Foundation. Okay, so the key is that there can be a bunch of them. And therefore, dude, did I just forget that we have a 970? God, I'm so tired. Someone confirm if we have a 970 or not and get it on my desk by, let's say, 1700. Someone do it. Doc, you better take a nap after this. Oh, you better believe I'm taking a nap after this. Very serious. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. I'm on my second account now to make sure my mom doesn't complain about donating. Anyways, here's the full speed. 1.3639996100064 times 10 to the 41st power times light. That's too fast. That's too fast. Sin, thank you for donating again. Appears in the break room and places SCP-41D3N73-J everywhere around the break room. Why? Why are you putting that racist Italian pasta in the break room again? They're so annoying. When they cook it a pizza, make it a trains run on time. That's a spicy meatball. It's just annoying. What if you eat the racist pasta? Aoki, there is no sort of effect if you eat the racist pasta. You just have a tummy full of pasta. Intern Rogers, yo, I see you on YouTube Shorts. And now you see me here on YouTube Shorts streaming. But only for a little bit more time. I think I've got about 15 to 30 minutes left in me as a time check. I think I can manage. The Thomas. I see you are talking about SCP role-playing communities, and you're having trouble finding one. The only one I know of is, I think it's called Site 1. Let me double check by Googling it, because I can usually find it if I do that. Yes, SCP Site 01. If I search SCP RP Site 01 Discord, then it comes up immediately. It is run by friend of the channel, your host Fritz. And at least I heard no bad rumors about it. I'm not an SCP-RP guy for going into Discord servers about it, but I've heard no complaints, so I think I hear it's pretty well run. So maybe that could be one that you would want to go to. And Desk, if you want to drop a link for them, I am fine with that. And in the meantime, Lil Maboo fan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and get yourself some cream puffs on your way past the commissary. That damn tree is screaming, I made it scream. Well, la-dee-da for you. I hope my universe's tree screams eventually. Shucks. By the way, while Desk is getting that link, just a reminder, we at Site 42 are only affiliated with Site 1 in that we know of its existence and are chill with Fritz the creator. If you, we are not responsible for anything that takes place in that server because it's not a Site 42 community. Just keeping our liability. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. Also, Sin did destroy Earth and tried to destroy Copper 9, but was stopped by Uzi, Serial Designation N, and Serial Designation V. Well, I'm glad for any universe where the Earth is not destroyed, unless it's the kind of anomalous Earth that we want destroyed for reasons of it being awful and anomalous and infecting our Earth. So, I mean, how was their Earth? Did it deserve to be destroyed? Because that will color my opinion on if it should be or not. Terragal, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a cheese Danish on your way past the commissary. Don't be alarmed, but I think there's a ghost behind you, and he looks like Fred. Wait, why is Fred a ghost? Who did this to you, Fred? Are you talking about the anomaly Fred, or are you talking about a different Fred? I'm not seeing any ghost. The anomaly Fred is fine to my knowledge. 423, I think, is the number of Fred. I don't think Fred's in any sort of trouble. Is there another Fred I should be worried about being dead? A drop-dead Fred, so to speak? Or a don't-drop-dead Fred? I want to be friends with SCP-049. It seems too nice and polite and human-like, and I'm fine with the reanimated corpses. Yeah, you can be all friendly and working on shoulder to shoulder without touching, because lethal touch, with 049 for months, and then all of a sudden it decides, out of nowhere, that your buddy Ray has the pestilence and offs him. So yeah, seems nice until it isn't. Don't turn your back on these anomalies. They seem predictable, and then they mess up your day. Fred from Halo. I have not played Halo Story Mode. I've only played it as a GoldenEye-like shooter back in the day for multiplayer. So I don't know who Fred is. So you're saying 049 cooked the ham? It's a good joke! You're a dick! But it's a good joke! Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. They weren't anomalous, just rude and abusive. Well, then, I don't think they deserve to die, and I'm glad that they didn't die. Sweet. Your mom had fun with an SCP. Well, intern fan, I mean, you're not wrong. My mom just got a visit from Jeff the other day, SCP-008-J. And he just kind of showed up, I don't know how it figured out that her overhead lights had died and she couldn't quite reach it. And so, yeah, Jeff just fixed it up. He is an electrician after all. And then they watched a little TV and he left. Yeah, it left. Sorry, I like Jeff, so I sometimes do the pronoun mistake. My bad. Nobody's perfect. Nor is Po Buddy Nerfect. I gave Jeff a muffin when I met it 2 weeks ago. That's very nice, Frogman. I'm sure that Jeff appreciated it. Terragal, thank you for donating again. Not the anomaly Fred, a different Fred he is. Was a researcher and my dragon eyes can see the ghost. But my question remains, who did this to Fred? Can you hear Fred? Or does Fred speak sign language? Can you get a deal from Fred on who killed Fred? I don't have the death of a Fred in my database. I would remember if someone died recently under the name Fred. I have to go over a lot of casualty logs. And no Fred is missing from our roster. So that's a little, Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. No, the solver did kill humanity. Oh, it did destroy Earth, and it tried to destroy another place. Oh, okay. Well then, I'm sad that the Earth was destroyed because they were not anomalous, they were just dicks, and even the humans that we deal with, a lot of them are jerks and annoying, so yep, I'm not a fan then. It's your boy, welcome to Site 42 staff, thank you for subscribing. How often do the little misters cause trouble nowadays? Intern Forum. To my knowledge, most of them are in pretty solid containment. So, not much. No, a lot of them they're anomalies that just stay in their boxes. Some of them have detrimental effects we have to work around, but overall, it's a not bad situation. Are you planning on dyeing your hair purple next? The Ben Mario, you'll have to wait and see, because I don't know exactly what we're going to do next, but we're having some summer fun with the color scheme. The One wishes you a good afternoon. Well, Intern Maximus, please tell Neo that I'm uninterested in its greetings. I just want it to go in a box and stop changing reality. Sheesh. Lil Mabufan, thank you for donating again. Hey, I just found out my brother is anomalous. What should I do? Okay, but does your brother know your brother is anomalous? Or is it doing things unintentionally? Can you coax it into a box without it knowing the wiser? Because we do need to contain and test that for sure. Thoughts on SCP-049 using a swing? And it's not a he. SCP-049 is an anomaly, which means it is an object, not a person. It. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. It'll be like, yippee! No, if 049 was on a swing set, far too prim and proper to let out a childlike yippee, it would be like, oh, this is most enjoyable. Except, sorry, I forgot the French accent. Oh, ho, ho. This is most enjoyable. Oui. You see, because French. What about humanoid SCPs that can decide their pronouns? Atlas Animations, humanoid SCPs cannot decide their pronouns because they are objects, not people. If you are an anomaly, you are given an it pronouns because we can't be humanizing anomalies because then we'll feel bad about containing them indefinitely with no chance of parole. And you know, it's just harder to do our job this way. We have to be cold, but not cruel, but yes, cold, to successfully do what we're doing. Unless they work for us. Yes, the Thomas. If the anomalous person is a staff member or proves suitably loyal to the Foundation, that they may serve the Foundation as an agent or researcher of some kind, then they can have their pronouns back. Ugh. Why it's so fuzzy? Get the streaks out, please. I need to not. There, that's better. Cursed Traveler, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some salted caramel ice cream on your way past the commissary. Friendly reminder, do not give in to the dreams. The orange light wishes overtake our minds. Yes, if things in your dreams are asking you to do things for them, don't do that. Please. Instead, report them, and we will work it out from there. That's how we got word about SCP-3883. SCP-3833, codename Dildos Have Dreams 2. SCP-3883, codename Dildos Have Dreams 2, is, well, you already know what it is. It is let's call it a not good dragon. Let's call it a not good dragon. That you, if you fall asleep near it, it invades your dreams and tries to kill you. It usually shows up as some sort of Cthulhu monster or something related to that. And then it tries to kill you in your dream. And you wake up fine. You might be a little scared because you didn't expect to get killed in your dream, and then you got killed in your dream. But other than that, you're fine. But yes, this is the not good dragon that contains an entity that wishes it were Cthulhu and is sad that it's just a dildo. You should read this for more information. I've already said too much. SCP-3883. For those curious. Hell, that's not even our only anomalous dildo that we contain. You all know about Steely Dan, the legendary Steely Dan, SCP-297, the vibrator that will send you straight to hell if you put it on high power. Not in like a cool, you go to hell to visit thing. It just kills you because it's too powerful. It's too powerful, man. Lil Mabu Fan, thank you for donating again. He kind of just grants wishes like a monkey's paw. But does he know that he's granting wishes? Does it know? Sorry, it know that it's granting wishes, or is it subconscious? That kind of reality bending is very powerful. We need to know what we're walking into here. Does it know what it's doing, or does it do it by accident? And are the wishes like monkey paw wishes where something bad comes out too? Are the wishes misinterpreted? Details. Sin, thank you for donating twice again. Humanity only died because I want to consume all life and able to satiate my hunger by creating singularities that destroy entire planets. Have you tried not doing that? Do something else. The ducky. What the ducky? Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a taquito on your way past the commissary. Hello, everybody. Here's hoping that everybody's having a good day. Everybody, buddy, bo. Hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a good day, too. Raccoon Dog, thank you for donating again. If you could become the deity of something, anything at all, what would it be? Would you use the powers to benefit the Foundation? If I could be the deity of anything... I would want to be the god of whether or not you get an anomalous ability. I want to be able to know what your anomalous ability is and then choose if I turn that switch on and off. That way, all the losers and the haters, I could just turn off their powers and they would have to suck it up and deal with it. Versus all the cool people that I like and would listen to the Foundation could have powers if they were useful and not detrimental to them. And obviously I would use this for the Foundation. Our job would be so much easier. If I could just say, oh, yeah, that statue? No. We would have to put you in a box, though, Dr. Sherman. I am so loyal to the Foundation. You know that I would get to keep my pronouns and my position. In fact, I'd probably get to be an overseer because of how awesome I was at helping the Foundation. Maybe even I'd be the administrator, and I could be the administrator of anomalies. Lil Mabu, no, that's not you. Cursed Traveler, thank you for donating again. Humanity entirely dies and revives like every other Tuesday. It's not a big deal at this point for it to happen. That is true, but there needs to be someone to activate SCP-2000. There is that. Oh my gosh. Was it, where was that one where people were turning into frickin' monsters? And it was the story of someone trying to make it to SCP-2000 to reboot it. SCP-2000 reference. Is there a tag for SCP-2000? Where is my search function? We're looking for SCP-2000. And where's it referenced? It's referenced a lot on the site, making this harder to find. But I think I found it. I think I found it. Yes, I did. SCP-7004. SCP-7004 is an anomalous Apollyon level event where, well, everybody on Earth mostly turned into these things. Thanks. I hate it. But in that one, people have to, like, the last living actual humans have to try and get to SCP-2000 to reset reality or humanity. You should read SCP-7004. It's a long article, but it's a really good one. I remember enjoying this one. So, yeah, 7004, that's a reading rec for the day. Lil Mabu fan, thank you for donating again. He sends them to a timeline where they get granted. So who's in our current timeline then? Does your brother swap them with a person from another universe and they come in and end up here without the wish coming true? This is getting more convoluted by the minute. I want it in a box. I want to test it. I want to figure this out. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. I've been doing maths for 3 days straight with sleep, eating, and drinking in between. That's a lot of maths. I am not a big fan of that much maths. Not with a headache like this. Soul Hunter, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a loaded baked potato on your way past the commissary. The walking sharks are safe from Marshall, Carter, and Dark. Just don't go in my office. Yeah. Yeah, that's your problem to deal with. Yeah, you go ahead. Also, happy Labor Day, Doc. Ah, yes. A happy Labor Day-ber to everyone who's celebrating. Terragal, thank you for donating again. Fred told me he was giving Keter duty after a lost bet. It was Peanut, and luckily, it didn't breach security, but it got Fred, so I can't get back at it. Sad. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. You don't work with 173 on Keter duty, because 173 is Euclid. Why would Fred lie? Why would Fred lie about what killed him? Oh, this is perplexing. You need to ask Fred some more questions because this is important now. Now we've got a mystery going on. Your host Fritz, thanks for the shout out, lol. Cheers. Hey, happy to do it. I hope the people who came over have a good time. They were worried about, they were unhappy with the SCP roleplay landscape. I hope you give them the crown jewel that they wish so happily to find. Also, time check chat. We have 10 minutes left in stream. 10 minutes left in stream. In the morning, I'm joining the Patreon. Well, Atlas Animations, that would be much appreciated if you did. I look forward to appreciating your support when it cometh. I love your hair. Well, Cooking with Sonia, thank you so much. I just got it done to attend the wedding I went to yesterday. And also for funsies in the summer, we're doing colored hair. And this peacock vibe is the vibe I've currently chosen to go with. What SCP short film would you be in? So, Glitch Trap, I would want to be... I mean, in any SCP short film, and always, all of them sound fun. But more importantly, I'd like to be in one that I made. I've got a concept for an SCP short film I think would be really cool. I just need the resources to hire the team to be able to do it well, because I don't want to go low budget on this. I want this to be an SCP movie in the vein of Alien, where it's a dark, constricted place, and there's a monster stalking you through the halls. I have this vision of an Alien-style short horror film starring SCP-106, the Old Man, a.k.a. Radical Larry. And these... in the beginning, you get like a cabin in the woods opening of the Foundation. A hallway in the Foundation. People are working. They're in the break room. They're having a nice old time, chilling, working. And then the alarm goes off because SCP-106 has breached. And you get these cuts of 2 security officers walking a D-Class down a long hallway to a door. And when they open the door, the D-Class sees the femur breaker and goes, "Oh, hell no!" and starts fighting security to not get put in the femur breaker. And by the time this good dude gets his femurs broken, it's too late. 096 has left the facility. So from there, we find our standard late teens, early 20s protagonist group, and they are doing paranormal investigation. They want to be ghost hunters, so they go to the spooky abandoned asylum, and it turns out 106 is hiding in there. And so throughout the movie, 106 is coming out of walls, brings one of them into the pocket dimension so we can do the pocket dimension scene. Crazy as hell. And then finish it. Our final protagonist gets away out of the asylum and makes it back to the motel they were staying at. But at the end of that, as they flop back on the bed, breathing and going like, "Oh God, I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I made it." Then 106's face starts coming out of the ceiling, smiling. And then we close with the Foundation cleaning up the mess and talking to local authorities. So, that one I want to make. That's my number one film idea that I want to do. But we need Site 42 to get way bigger. We got to get Markiplier money to pull off that kind of stuff. And we're gonna. Sin, thank you for donating again. I definitely haven't seen Fred today. Don't check behind my bed. There won't be any blood there. Well, Fred didn't... Is Fred protecting you? That'd be weird. I don't feel like Fred would do that. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. My real room is full of metals and tools. Should I make Sin with the correct personality information, minus the supernatural abilities? Well, yes, if you don't make the supernatural abilities, I guess have fun making a robot. Tara Gull, thank you for donating again. I knew something seemed odd about that, but Fred won't answer any more questions. He literally said no more questions after saying that time for a Scooby-Doo style investigation. Well, when I get off stream in 6 minutes, I'll join you, because now I'm invested in seeing what happened to Fred. Or I'll take a nap. I might just take a nap and let you handle it. Ricky, we all know the ghost of Fred is behind me. You don't have to keep telling me. I know Fred is there. The problem is Fred won't say what killed him. Weirdo. Can you kill the SCP One Punch Man? We don't have an SCP One Punch Man. One Punch Man is an anomaly that exists in another fandom, i.e. Pataphysical narrative level / fandom. But no, we don't have one of those on the SCP Wiki. hold on just one second. Harvey Bishop. Harvey Bishop, thank you for donating such a generous amount of, I believe that's euros or pounds. Either way, thank you very much for your incredibly generous donation, Harvey Bishop. You know what you get from the commissary? You get nothing from the commissary. Instead, you get to be my +1 to the next SCP-3303 party. The next SCP-3303 party with the time-traveling champagne. When we go for the record, because right now the record is 45-year-long time dilation party, you can go with me to the next one. So, VIP ticket. Thank you very much, Harvey, for your incredible donation to the Site-42 cause. I just joined, and also the big chicken thing just ran past my house. Well, glad you made it to the stream. And, yes, we will... That's 3166 or 3199. I always get those two mixed up. Which one's chicken and which one's lasagna? 3166, are you chicken? You know you're lasagna. That makes 3199 chicken. All right, I will tell security that Intern Bishop spotted a 3199 instance near its house, and we will get that locked down. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. Question of curiosity. Have you heard of the American Wizard? And if so, what are your thoughts on him? I have not heard of this American Wizard. I'm going to look at it real quick and see if I find anything. Specifically, the American Wizard. I don't see anything specific to what you're talking about, the Ducky. Can you clarify what you mean by the American Wizard? Because currently I don't know what you mean. Do 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 do. I'm just looking something up real quick. Okay, got it. All right, I'm looking for the Ducky's response, but I'm not seeing a clarification yet. Until I get the Ducky back. Atlas Animations. I turned 18 in June. Is your Patreon MDNI? I don't want to break your rules, so I want to make sure. I think what you mean by that is minors do not interact. And the answer is, unfortunately for you, yes, Atlas. Because the SCP Wiki is an 18 and up space, so too is the Site-42 Discord. We follow the same rules because of the same adult content that is shared on site will usually be shared as we talk about the stories in the Discord. Obviously, here on chat, I have to keep it a little more family friendly because it is very public to those who work at the Foundation and not other things like that. Listen, we have a deal with Alphabet, Google's parent company, on giving us a private channel here so I can stream to the Foundation fam, but even they won't let me get away with adult content on here. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. Should I give her a sword too? You're talking about your robot. Is it not an it? Don't humanize your robot before you even built it, man. It's a bad road to go down for a Foundation member. Question, Doc. Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food and out hot eat the food? Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food and out hot eat the food? Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food out eat the food? It's so hard to say. It's really arbuckling my brain right now. Ugh. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Your generosity today is out of the park. Who's your favorite colleague? And also it appears to be multiple chickens. Oh, no. Not multiple chickens. That's so annoying. Okay. I will warn security. There are multiple chickens. Multiple chickens. 3199's out the wazoo. I hate it when my wazoo has chickens. The Thomas, thank you for sending a Ko-Fi. I just remembered there was one, and I got it. The Dutch SCP Foundation, DSCP community, is working together with an American branch to hopefully start producing some short films soon. Dutchies can find us at Heroes Dutch Comic Con in November. The Dutch are doing short films? Very cool! In the future, when you are getting ready for promotion of these things, tell me. I will help. SCP short film team up for the win! We SCP artists gotta work together to make this happen. It's a community project. Science Rules Gaming, thank you for donating again. I am taking that as a yes. Sin is getting a sword. All right, well, there are no pronoun indiscrepancies there, so I guess it's fine. Anna, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Bobana on your way past the commissary. Hi, Doc. Just wanted to say happy Labor Day. Well, happy Labor Day to you as well. Attack on Pony, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a turkey leg on your way past the commissary. Is there an axolotl SCP? Not only is there an axolotl SCP, I know about 2 separate axolotl anomalies. The first axolotl anomaly... Oh no, there's way more than I actually thought. Which are the ones I actually know? So, 1371 is a juvenile axolotl. Appears to age as a common axolotl would, although it is fairly durable and capable of withstanding moderate changes in atmosphere and contaminants that would normally harm a member of its species. It is codenamed the Curiously Buoyant Amphibian. 1371 is buoyant in air, capable of swimming upwards distances of approximately 50 meters from the ground, although 1371 spends most of his time on the ground and rarely ascends higher than a meter. So, yes, a floating axolotl, that's one of them. Then we have SCP-2454. SCP-2454. 2454. Codename, How to Train Your Axolotl. It is a designation for 12 physically and thaumaturgically enhanced axolotls that were essentially used in an axolotl circus, if I remember correctly. Don't they do tricks? Is that what I hear? No, I got the wrong one. These ones, Spitfire, have wings. They're intelligent boosted. They're remarkably friendly and coax personnel into riding them. So I guess they're huge. They're dragons. Sherm, they're dragons. They're axolotl dragons. Get the picture. The code name is literally How to Train Your Axolotl. Get it through your head, man. Sorry, that took a minute. I'm just tired today. You get me. You get me. All right, so that's not the one I knew either. SCP-8401 is an axolotl, and it shows up when you're going to die, and it doesn't help you. It just shows up, doesn't help you, you die, it leaves. Why does Site-42 have so many dragons? Aoki, I don't know. Dragons keep showing up, man. I don't know what the dragon lore over at Site-42 is, but man, so many dragons. All right, wait, is the axolotl circus gone? That'd be sad. I liked the axolotl circus. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. I wonder if they got rid of the axolotl circus. That would be so sad. No! Wait. That's the name of it. Has it been deleted? SCP Full Throttle Axolotl. Okay, it seems like this SCP that I was looking for has been deleted. Okay. We used to have an axolotl circus, but now we don't. Huh. I wonder what happened. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that distracted me for a minute, and now I'm over by 10 minutes on stream. So, we're getting close to the ending, people. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. You find he on YouTube by Mad Fenrir. I am curious if he is an anomaly. Okay, you said American Wizard, Madman Fenrir came up. The American Wizard Supercut Part 1. What does the description say? I've made so many episodes.
Take it. Oh, man. Please shoot me. No. There's a reason I'm so far north that it's safe. Away from my house. Yes. Any last word?
All right, it looks like it can cast magic. So the answer is yes, it is anomalous and it should go in a box. Good. Sorted. Lil Mabu Fam, thank you for donating again. Yes, he does replace them from the universe he sends them to, and he is aware of it. Well, then we need at least one person to become aware of the situation in every universe so that they can continually try and stop your brother as they are shifted universe to universe to universe. And after all the mix-ups, we'll do our best to get everyone home. Harvey, thank you for donating again. Why have I never heard of Site 1 and what was contained there? Well, I mean, you know, in the Foundation verse, canon is very fluid. So here in today's stream, Site 1 is a role-playing Discord server for fans of the SCP Foundation. But otherwise, Site 1 is a lot of different things. Sometimes it's a bunker where the O5 can hunker down during Apollyon scenarios. Sometimes it is simply the Overseer's main base of operations, not really a bunker. And if it's the case that the Overseers are there, that means that we would not be putting a lot of anomalies there because we don't want the anomalies interacting with the O5s. Which SCPs are in my dimension? Intern Moonston, you'll have to look at the SCP database in your dimension to see which ones are there. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. I will watch for more anomalies, sir. Good keeping an eye out. Good keeping an eye out. Lil Mabu fan, thank you for donating again. He killed the versions of himself in every other universe. So is this a donut bagel situation that we're looking at here? This is starting to sound rather familiar to me. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. I've covered the donos. I am entirely exhausted, so I think this is as good as time as ready to end the stream. So, as you all well know, at the end of every stream, I tell you guys my favorite anomalies. Although I'm not going to tell you that the ones I wrote documentation are my favorite. That would be cheating. I love the documents I wrote. They're very thorough. And if you want to read the SCPs I personally wrote, you can go to the Sherm's Site 42 Hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. There you can read all the anomalies that I have written, as well as you'll find a tab one over with some curious links. Links people are often curious about, but not thorough enough to find, one might say. And while you're there, you can become a patron or a YouTube channel member if you want to donate to Site 42 monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat if you prefer donating one donation at a time. That's cool too. And we thank you all for your generous donations. It helps us keep the lights on here at Site 42. Meanwhile, if you are part of the Broke Gang, and trust me, we're an arts community. The Broke Gang is strong in all arts communities. We still appreciate you being here, doing the heckin' sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, chatting, all of that YouTube business, because it helps us to bring people through to the SCP fandom using the YouTube algorithm and funneling them in. And they help us to support the wiki and its authors and its artists and its animators and its game makers and its film devs and all that. And so, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters, your efforts are duly noted and honored here at Site 42. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it is a rough read. Speed round, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Harvey, thank you for an outro donation. If you could work at the site with the 12 anomalous doors, would you? 12 anomalous doors? What, pray tell, are you talking about? This is not one that I've heard of. Harvey, which anomaly speaketh thou about? SCP-004 is 12 keys to the same door, so I guess you could say that single door turns into 12 anomalous doors, if that's what you mean. I'm looking out for Harvey real quick while I look at other anomalous doors. We have a lot of anomalous doors. I have a feeling that's the one you're talking about. It seems to basically fit. And the answer to your question, if you could work at the site with the 12 anomalous doors, would you? I can't leave Site 42, man. I can't leave Mobile Task Force Psi-42, the best dang hot dog eaters in the Foundation. I can't do that. No, we stay here regardless. And besides, we're a transfer site. I can bring the anomalies over to me to transfer them places. And so, Site 42 staff, I hope you had a good time today. I hope you learned something. This has been Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site 42, in another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video and or stream. We have a last-minute donation from Cyber Crow. Thank you for your first donation. Grab yourself a taco. Is it the multiple hallways where a guy is reincarnated multiple times to be killed over and over again? I don't know, 'cause I don't know that one either. So I can't answer your question. I'm sorry. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Doom doom doo 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 doom doom doo 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 doom doo doom doom. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Site 42 staff, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Secure, contain, protect. Harvey, thank you for a very last second donation of SCP-567. Gosh darn it, right at the last minute. I am truly appreciative. It's just very, very well timed. Hot damn, the dungeon. I still wouldn't leave Site 42. We already know that. And located in a dungeon beneath Site 41. 8 cells, so not 12, I guess. Majority of people, objects, cells remain inert. Individuals meeting certain conditions come in, things happen. Yeah, put them in jail. Fine. If they do crimes, they get treated like crime people. Crime people. Yeah, that's certainly the phrase. But I would not want to work there because Site 42 is just too good. Be safe, be well. See y'all later, staff.